Hi, welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to be making some cookies today. Jenny Goff has invited us to be in her cookie exchange. She does this every year and it's so nice. You get so many different recipes. So I'm doing a Swedish Sugar Dream cookie. So for the exchange. So you'll want to go to her channel, which she'll have everybody's name and everything posted that's in it. And you can go to their channel and get all these excellent cookie recipes. I am really excited about it because I'm running out of cookie recipes. So, okay, well, first I'm going to put in 1 3/4 cup of sugar. And then I'm going to add 3/4 plus 2 tablespoons of butter. Then I'm going to mix that. You'll have to excuse the noise. I don't know why mixers have to make so much noise, but they do. So we just tolerate it. Okay. I don't know how many years Jenny has done this, but I was so pleased when she invited us to be in it. And it's open for any channels that wants to be in it. So get in it and give us some good recipes. Now I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now I'll have this recipe posted down below, because there's something besides the baking powder you can use. Can't think right now what it was. Okay, but I'm using baking powder in mine. I'll mix that together real good. Then I'm going to be using 3/4 of a cup of oil. I hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays. We just came out of Thanksgiving and I really don't have my Christmas decorations up yet. I'm sorry, but I will get to that. Now I got to use the mixer. Just one more noise. Okay. Then I'm going to be adding 2 cups of flour. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time so I can bring it together with everything else. And I have a teaspoon of vanilla in there. I added that to my oil. And just bring it all together good, and we'll see what we have. The recipe is so simple that I'm thinking, oh, everybody loves sugar cookies. And then to have a recipe this good, to be this simple, we're fortunate. At least I feel like I am. Sometimes I feel like I'm going in 15 directions during the holidays. I know I got up this morning and we had about 5 inches of snow. I told my husband, I said, I'm going back to bed. I'll get up and the snow's gone. But don't work that way. Get these all stirred up. This was always a fun time at Mom's and at Grandma's to bake cookies. Grandma never used a recipe though. You know, they just a dab of this and a little bit of this and a pinch of this. I'm like, I should have asked her to write all those things down. How much is a pinch? Put it in here and then I'll measure it out. But I didn't. I'll tell you, my grandma was one good cook. Okay. Paul always loved it when she baked cookies, because he always got an extra couple hands full when I walk past the cookie plate and grab them and then take them into him. But anyway, I think that's mixed up good enough. Okay, but see what I mean? Now I've got my oven preheating at 280, and you'll bake your cookies 17 to 20 minutes. You'll have to check them, you know, everybody's oven is different. And then you'll want to put them in on your cookie sheet. I put parchment paper on mine, and make just 1-inch balls and put on there, and put them about 2 inches apart, because if I did it right, they'll spread. And this recipe is not mine. I had someone who very, very faithful to watch all of our videos sent me this, and they look so good after she sent me a picture of hers. And I said, oh my goodness, I would love to have the recipe. And she sent it to me. So I am making a viewer's recipe, because I didn't have a Swedish sugar cookie recipe. Got a lot of cookie recipes, but sugar cookies, there's so many different ones. I don't know how you tell which is the best. Just bake all of them. That's one thing the kids always really like, the sugar cookies. I hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays. It's a very, very busy time for all of us, I know. But it's a good time for the family to get together. And I said, someday I'm going to go, I don't know if I will or not, I'd like to someday cut my own Christmas tree down. You know, at Mama's, Paul, every year he went out, of course, and cut his tree down. And every year my grandma would say, John, don't you think that's a little bit big? And he'd say, oh, it must have grew as I came up to the porch. I'm sorry. But he always had the prettiest tree. And then we didn't decorate like we do today. I know my grandma would give us some of the fabric that she had used on making quilts. We'd take her scissors and cut them in strips and make bows out of them. Paul would pop popcorn. That's one thing he liked to do. He would pop the popcorn for us, and we'd string that up. I can still hear Grandma yelling, John, don't eat all that popcorn, we need it. I don't want it to go to waste, Bessie. So it was always funny listening to those two. Those are your best memories. Best, best, best. Going to your grandparents' and then going to your mom and dad's once you're married and not there all the time anymore. It was one thing. We tried to get together at Christmas time. My family did. Let's see, my sister that lives in Findlay, she had 4 children. No, she didn't. She had 3 children. And my other sister had 2. And then I had 2. And we all were there all the time. My brother had 4. But we all got together on Christmas, and their living room was very, very small. I mean, I complain about mine being so small. My husband says, your dad and mom's are smaller than this. But you know, we never paid that much attention to it because we were there and everybody was playing and having so much fun. All the nieces and nephews were together. Okay, I'm going to put those in there for 17 minutes. And then we'll see about adding some more to it. But everybody would buy gifts. It might, or make it. It might have just been something $5 item. It didn't matter because we were together. And we would always exchange gifts. Mother and Daddy would buy us all something. And then, of course, each kid bought Mother and Daddy's gifts. And then the grandchildren, they would buy gifts for the other grandchildren in exchange. It was just, very simple, but it meant so much. And by the time we got done, oh my goodness, Dad said, I can't put all this paper in the fireplace at once. I'm like, no, it'll be okay. We'll burn it in 2 or 3 times because we'd have so much paper to burn. So now I'm going to let you go, and I will get back with you when these are done. And we'll see how good they are. I'm sure they're going to be delicious. Hi, I am back. My cookies are all done and my kitchen smells so yummy. I frosted about half of my cookies. And then I sprinkle some just plain sugar over the others, and they're delicious. I could have put on some sprinkles, colored sprinkles or something like that, but I didn't. But this recipe is wonderful. Thank you, Joy, for it. And you ought to try it because it's good. There's going to be lots and lots of good recipes, cookie recipes on Jenny Goff's channel. She'll have everybody posted. All you have to do is go to her channel and find out who all's in it. So I thank her, Jenny, for doing this and for inviting us to be in with her to bake cookies. And I hope everyone joins in, and let's just have a cookie exchange like you've never seen before. So anyway, I hope you try this. It's really, really good. And I hope you guys have a good holiday. We love you so much, and we just appreciate each and every one of you so much. So I will just, again, ask you to go to Jenny Goff's channel and start getting those cookie recipes. You can put a whole cookbook together, and you can't beat that. So I thank you bunches for being with us, and we'll see you in a lot more videos before long. Thank you.